All right, today we're going to talk about wrist positioning in the squats. So in all the major movements, what we're trying to do is put our joints in a stable position where they're safest and can produce the most force. Any joint position that is unstable is going to also result in an inability to produce maximal force. The safest and most stable wrist position is going to be straight right here, just like when we're benching. We don't want it extended, we don't want it flexed, we don't want it inverted or everted, okay? So when we have it on the bar, what a lot of people do is you'll see them kind of get their arms tucked in close with their hands like this, but what will happen is that wrist will go into extension. Well, when the wrist goes into extension, you can see that my elbow shoots back, all right? That causes internal rotation on my shoulder joint. It's gonna make it very tough to activate the lat in order to stabilize my upper back. If I do activate my lats and pull down, you can see that there is tension and torque on my wrist right here. And because that is going to cause pain and discomfort on my wrist is going to want to adjust out of that position. So, a couple of things we can do. Some people do have enough shoulder mobility where they can get their hands in here close right by their shoulders and keep a stable wrist with their thumb under the bar. If you have the shoulder mobility to do that, that's fine. But most people who have tighter shoulders, as they come in, are going to tend to rotate their wrist like this. So those people with tighter shoulders will stick their hands out, but then again we get that torque on our wrist. So there's a couple of things we can do. We can take the thumb over, okay? That's going to create a little bit more stable wrist. We can keep the thumb underneath with the pinky out of the position. Again, a little bit more stable wrist. Or we can take the pinky out, thumb over, get a straight wrist. Some people I've even seen take both of these fingers out, do different variations of this. But the key is we want to have as much of our hand on the bar as possible without creating torque and tension on our wrist and causing inversion or extension. We want a straight wrist so that we can activate our lats and get our back as tight as possible. There you go. Proper wrist positioning for the squat. Again, remember, we want that wrist straight and tight. We don't want it extended. We don't want it torqued in and everted. Straight wrist, strong squat. Stay tuned for more from MBS Fitness.